MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. The Royals will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Carlos Rodon will get the starting assignment in this one for the Chi Sox. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Ryan Braun, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. The 2-1.
At the ball.
Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this team has taken it on the chin the first 2 games of this series, getting blown out in each game. They need a better effort in this one.
No doubt about it. I think things haven't gone their way, and this is the time to turn things around now, Daryl. It's been an ugly series up to this point, and they need to turn it.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position 1 batter into the game.
So now to the plate, Robin Yount. This one's down to third. Moncada has it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Batting third, the center fielder, John.
And this is the kind of play that makes a manager go a little bit nuts. It's only the second batter of the entire game, and his defense is throwing the ball around already. I'm sure he's hoping that error isn't a sign of things to come.
Into the box now, Johnny Damon. He's been productive at the plate in the series with 6 hits coming into this one. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. The 1-2. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game.
Really good team at bat right there, right? Just put the ball in play. He does just that, gets the ground ball, and brings home the first run of the game from third.
Digging in the switch hitter, Mickey Mantle. And a great chance here for Kansas City to add on in just the first inning. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Madrigal is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Tony Perez.
So striding in, Tony Perez comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Smoke toward the hole, and that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And some trouble now in right field. Throw to second, and he's out. That'll end the inning, but they do score 1 on the play. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 error, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Royals are on top 2-0. Brett Saberhagen gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Digging in, Louis Aparicio. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. 2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At the plate now, Minnie Minoso. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Damon calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out.
Batting third, the first baseman, Frank Thomas.
So striding forward now, Frank Thomas. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the Royals 2 and the White Sox nothing. Now to the plate, Eddie Matthews, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Well, it's been a lopsided series so far, with the Royals dominating to this point and taking aim at a series sweep in this contest.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Shoots this one over to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting 7th, the right fielder, number 10, Andre Dawson.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that means up next it'll be the Hall of Famer Andre Dawson. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Headed after it is Mazzara. Around first, digging for 2. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Just a great approach at the plate right there. Takes that pitch on the outer half and goes with it. He clearly hit it well because it bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. And he's been tearing the cover off the ball these past few days, as you see there. The 2-1 pitch. And the runner's breaking for third. Pitch outside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. The 3-1. Grounded to first. Scooped up. And it's in time to get him. But a run is in to score away from the play.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
So coming to the plate, Ryan Sandberg. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. 2-1 the count to Sandberg. time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. KC leads this one 3-0. Ready now for the White Sox, Paul Konerko. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And Konerko lays off a pitch that misses, so it's back to even at 2-2. And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bat. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. A ball that's carrying. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
So here's Yoan Moncada. He was responsible for both of his club's runs batted in last night's ball game. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike. The Royals had a lot of success at the plate yesterday, a double-digit hit total as a team, so they'd like to make that happen again as they go for the sweep.
This one isn't in the books yet, but when you're going for the sweep and you have a nice lead like they do early on here, things are looking awfully good for the sweep department.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 2-2 offering. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Up with it, Carter. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Batting fifth, the
And
right
now
fielder,
the power-hitting outfielder, Nomar Mazara. Will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They trail it here 3-0. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the left fielder Ryan Braun. This is line to left. Minoso has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number
Now
1.
batting.
And look there at the standings from the AL Central as you see where the White Sox find themselves coming into today's action. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and here comes the lifelong Brewer, Robin Yount. The 1-2. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
In now, Johnny Damon. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
The 2-1 home. Line drive, base hit to right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road splits?
I think every player is, and sometimes it's a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
Sliced hard on the ground. Fielded cleanly. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Royals out in front, 3-0. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. And the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Batting 8th, the second baseman, Nick.
In now, Nick Madrigal. He's yet to get into the hit column in the series, 0 for 7. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to
Batting
expect a
ninth,
certain amount of this.
the
There
center
aren't
fielder,
any easy at-bats at this
Leore.
level, and you really have to learn how to
Garcia.
slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Into the box, Leore Garcia. And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here, 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Man, they've really had his
The
number
batter,
so
number
far in
11.
this series. That's his
Shortstop,
5th strikeout
Luis
in this series alone.
Aparicio.
At the plate, Luis Aparicio. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw over to Perez will be in plenty of time, and the inning is over. White Sox leave 1. They trail in this one 3-0. All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in the long ball threat, Tony Perez. Two and 1 to the Royals' first baseman. And there's a base hit on the line. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single. So another multi-hit game for him as he's aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. And as you can see there on the lower part of your screen, that total places him 3rd best on this Royals ball club. To the plate now, Eddie Matthews. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to 3rd, and no swing. It's ball 3. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass,
right
but
fielder,
especially
number 10,
troublesome when you give up a
Andre.
single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Now in the box, Andre Dawson. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Perez over at second. Matthews at first with no outs. Bullet back up the middle. And this is taken in shy of the track, but the runner will tag from second. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with one out.
Striding in once again, Gary Carter. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Not much you could do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
The 1-2 pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Mazara's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with two away now.
Second baseman, Ryan.
Stepping into the box, Ryan Sandberg hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
The 1-2.
Ball, that's just out.
Hit on the ground out to short. Aparicio fields it cleanly, and the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Royals strand a pair, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Now at the plate, Minnie Minoso. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that
first
pitch.
baseman, Frank Thomas.
So now to the plate, Frank Thomas. 2-1 the count to the White Sox first baseman.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Damon is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting.
To the plate now is the designated hitter.
Paul
Paul Konerko comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. No runs, just one hit, one error thus far for the White Sox. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in this at-bat.
Fouled away. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, still down 3-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Ryan Braun. The 1-1. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop.
Digging in to try it again, Robin Yount. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Popped him up. Grandal is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Digging in now, Johnny Damon. He singled his last time up. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ground ball foul down the left side. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knock.
Standing in now, Mickey Mantle. Pitches high, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
And that's through into center field, base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Dylan Cease takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 84, Dylan Cease.
At the plate now, Tony Perez. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
Coming to the plate now, Eddie Matthews. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. And this one's in the dirt. Runners may have thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Looking to minimize the damage here.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And that's low, ball 4.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Now at the plate, Andre Dawson. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Oh, and it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run.
the catcher.
And it's
number
times
8,
like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Carter. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
The 3-1. And he pops it up back behind second base. Aparicio is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Royals 5 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back to the South Side as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Thank you, Heidi. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1-2 now. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Drilled down the line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. 2-2. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing
Right
strikes,
fielder, number
but how
30.
about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Into the box now, Nomar Mazara. 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
Squared that one up just a little late. Now here's the pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
This is only their second base runner of the game
Now
after
batting,
that
catcher.
earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
So a runner at first with 1 out now. And up next, the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. The 1-2. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
The count now at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line drive to center field. Damon is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
Stepping into the box, Nick Madrigal. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-2 to first. Perez gloves it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and set to go is the second baseman, Ryan Sandberg. The 2-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. With that, the Royals have their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
At the plate, Ryan Braun. That's a strike to throw down. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. In the dirt. The throw will go to third, and it's too late as he's in there.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
In now, Robin Yount. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. And the tag gets him, but they do play to run on the play.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Stepping in, Johnny Damon. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Aparicio has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. The Royals lead it 6-0.